When people think about Dua Lipa, they usually think about hit songs, red carpets, and global fame. But the real truth is, Dua Lipa didn't just build a music career, she built a brand. From the very beginning, Dua understood something many artists don't. Fame is temporary, but a strong identity lasts forever. Look at her visuals. Every Dua Lipa era has a clear personality. New Rules had a bold, confident vibe. Future Nostalgia had a retro, fearless aesthetic. Even her recent projects feel intentional, not random. Nothing about her image is accidental. Her fashion, her album covers, her music videos, everything follows one vision. That's branding. In the fashion world, Dua Lipa isn't just another celebrity wearing designer clothes. She's a fashion figure. Luxury brands don't just dress her, they partner with her. She's front row at fashion weeks, on major magazine covers, and treated like a cultural icon. And musically, Dua Lipa wants control. She's involved in songwriting, sound direction, and visuals. She doesn't rush albums just to stay relevant. She waits, experiments, and delivers quality because she's thinking long-term. Another smart move? She doesn't overexpose herself. Limited interviews, no unnecessary controversies. She understands that mystery increases value. Dua Lipa treats herself like a business, not just an artist chasing attention. She plans carefully, chooses partnerships wisely, and protects her image. That's why she's still growing while many pop stars fade. The real lesson here is simple. Dua Lipa didn't become iconic by accident. She built herself like a brand, not a moment. Dua Lipa, more than a singer. A brand. When people hear the name Dua Lipa, most of them think about hit songs, award shows, fashion looks, and global fame. But what many people don't realize is this. Dua Lipa didn't just become successful because she makes good music. She became successful because she built herself like a brand. And there is a huge difference between being famous and being a brand. Fame can disappear overnight. A brand lasts for decades. Dua Lipa understood this very early in her career. Many artists try everything. They change their look every few months, follow trends blindly, and chase whatever is popular at the moment. Dua Lipa did the opposite. From the start, she focused on having a clear identity. When you look at her career, every era feels intentional. Nothing feels random. Her New Rules era represented confidence, independence, and emotional strength. It wasn't just a song, it was a message. Then came Future Nostalgia. Retro sounds, bold fashion, strong colors, confident body language. That era wasn't created to please everyone. It was created to define who she is. That's branding. When people see her visuals, hear her sound, or even look at her fashion choices, they instantly know. This feels like Dua Lipa. That level of recognition is not luck. It's strategy. Now let's talk about fashion, because this is where Dua Lipa separates herself from many other singers. Dua Lipa is not just someone who wears expensive clothes. She understands fashion as a language. Luxury brands don't just invite her because she's famous. They work with her because she represents modern culture. She's front row at fashion weeks. She's on the covers of top magazines. She collaborates instead of just modeling. Fashion houses see her as a style authority, not just a celebrity. And notice something important. She doesn't change her personality to fit brands. Brands adjust to her image. That's power. That's what happens when you're a brand, not just a face. Dua Lipa plays the long game. Many artists release music constantly because they're afraid of being forgotten. Dua Lipa doesn't do that. She takes time. She works on sound. She works on visuals. She works on storytelling. She's deeply involved in songwriting and creative direction. She doesn't just sing what she's given. This gives her creative control, and creative control protects longevity. That's why her songs don't feel outdated after 1 year. They age well. She's not chasing charts, she's building a catalog. And that mindset is exactly how brands think. Another very smart move by Dua Lipa is limited exposure. In today's world, everyone overshares. Celebrities are everywhere. Social media, interviews, podcasts, controversies. Dua Lipa is visible, but not overexposed. She chooses interviews carefully. She avoids unnecessary drama. She doesn't respond to every rumor. This creates mystery, and mystery increases value. When people don't know everything about you, they stay interested. This is a classic branding strategy, and Dua Lipa uses it perfectly. Now let's talk about something most people ignore: business mindset. Dua Lipa doesn't behave like someone who just wants attention. She behaves like someone who is planning for the next 20 years. She chooses partnerships wisely. She doesn't attach her name to everything. She protects her image. She understands that every decision affects her brand value. That's why you don't see her in cheap controversies or desperate publicity stunts. She knows that saying no is sometimes more powerful than saying yes. This is not accidental. This is discipline. Another important point: Dua Lipa understands her global audience. Her branding works in Europe, America, Asia, and beyond. Her music, visuals, and fashion are internationally appealing. That's why she's not limited to one market. She's global. A brand always thinks globally, and Dua Lipa does exactly that. Now compare this to artists who rise very fast and disappear just as fast. They have hits, they have attention, but they don't have identity. Dua Lipa avoided that trap. She focused on consistency in sound, consistency in image, consistency in message. And consistency is what builds trust.